So it looks like even more details have arisen to the surface pertaining to Xbox's battle with not only Sony, but the FTC. Find out if this could spell more trouble for Microsoft and Phil Spencer. Up next. What up, guys? This is Kalo, and I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content and drop a like on the video. Also, we're almost near 100 subscribers, so if you subscribe to this channel, thank you. It means the world to me, so let's just get into this story. So, for the longest time, I couldn't really figure out what this whole Activision Blizzard deal debacle reminded me of. I had some hints here and there, but I really couldn't put my finger on it. For all you wrestling fans out there, we are witnessing the legal version of the Royal Rumble. Now, if you don't know what the Royal Rumble is, every few minutes, but in this case, every few weeks, a new entrant comes down to the ring to take their best shot at Microsoft and pretty much try to take them down. But this week, it's the FTC. A few weeks ago, the FTC sued Microsoft in an attempt to block the Activision Blizzard deal from going through, citing the maker of Xbox would gain control of top video game franchises, enabling it to harm competition in high-performance gaming consoles and subscription services by denying to degrading rivals access to its most popular content. Now, way before this lawsuit was even filed, it is now being reported that Microsoft said it offered the FTC consent decree on Call of Duty. Now, a perk to me making these videos is I find out all the cool legal mumbo jumbo going on behind the scenes just to make myself sound smart. But I'll explain what consent decree means. Basically, what this means is the FTC could make their own rules and guidelines when it comes to the release and handling of Call of Duty moving forward. And this is something Microsoft would be legally binded to do. So, for example, the FTC could outright say Call of Duty needs to be a multi-platform game for the foreseeable future and must meet certain levels of quality across all games. So in turn, if Microsoft then fails to meet those requirements, they will have to pay a heavy fine that was agreed upon. Now, that seems like the best possible case, right? Microsoft is literally out here saying, just make the rules so we can get this deal done. Wrong. Microsoft then released a statement basically stating that the agency refused that offer and still went on to sue Microsoft. The president of Microsoft, Brad Smith, released a statement during a shareholder meeting stating, "The thing that probably disappoints me is not that we will have to present this case to a judge in the court, because this is a case in which I feel I have great confidence. I'm disappointed that the FTC didn't give us the opportunity to even sit down with the staff to even talk about our proposal, to even see if there was a solution there. The FTC's case is really based on the market that they have identified, that they say has two companies and two different products: Sony PlayStation and Microsoft Xbox. If you look at the global market, Sony has 70% of that market and we have 30%. So if the first thing a judge is going to have to decide is whether the FTC lawsuit is a case that will promote competition, or is it really instead a case that will protect the largest competitor from competition? This also goes without saying, recently Microsoft went as far to even offer up Call of Duty on Sony's own PlayStation Plus subscription service, in addition to the 10-year Call of Duty exclusivity deal. But Microsoft wasn't all buddy-buddy here with Sony, because Phil Spencer took aim at Sony when he appeared on the Second Request podcast, stating, "Sony is trying to protect its dominance on the console. The way they grow is by making Xbox smaller. Sony has a really different view of the industry than we do. They don't ship their games day and date on PC. They don't put their games into their subscription when they launch their games. Sony is leading the dialogue around why they shouldn't go through to protect its dominant position on console. So the thing they grab onto is Call of Duty." He goes on to state, "The largest console maker in the world is raising objection about one franchise that we said will continue to ship on their platform. It's a deal that benefits customers through choice and access." And if it's anything to note here, Microsoft is really laying it all out for Sony, offering up numerous routes and deals they can choose to accept that are fairly lenient, if I say so myself. If we take a look at what Microsoft has done in the past with games like Minecraft, there really shouldn't be any problem here. But I do think the basis of this argument that Sony has isn't really with those proposed 10 years. Rather, when those 10 years are done, Will Microsoft keep their word and allow Call of Duty to be playable on PlayStation platforms? So, as per usual, I'm going to pass a question off to you guys. This one isn't really pertaining to today's story, but it's a much smaller story that I really want to get your opinions on. With the recent announcement that there will be a live-action God of War rendition on Amazon, who will you cast as Kratos and Atreus? I've been seeing Triple H fan casted across the board, but let me know who you'd cast. But that about does it here. I've been Kalo. I gave you the lowdown on all things gaming, and if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content, drop a like on the video, and I'll see you guys next time.